Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes or supplies for this card as they are attached to this video. If you enjoy watching this video, could you please like and share as this helps me grow my channel? And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from or what you think of the card. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached. This is the card we're going to be doing today. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I love this. This is for a special person in my life. And so I'm going to be making, this one is for her and for my sister-in-law. And the next one I'm going to be making is for my daughter. So I'm going to be doing this. There's several techniques involved. And first we're going to be doing this background. It's, let me see. I've got it. Hopefully I've got everything all together right here. Okay, no, I don't. Hold on. There we go. So I am going to be taking my blends because I want it the pinks and blues and a little bit darker of the pink, just a little bit for contrast. So I'm going to take my dark Night of Navy, and these are my blends. I'm just going to go over this with the blends. You don't have to do to the edge, and always work. You see how I'm holding my blend? I'm holding it sideways. Do not go straight down like this. You must go sideways. This saves the tip of your blend. And believe me, you don't want to have to buy new ones if you don't have to. If they're still good, why spend the money on new ones and make full use of them? Now I'm going to come in here. Oh, that was dark polished pink. Now this one is light polished pink. And I'm basically just filling in. It doesn't have to be totally filled in, but I like to, this is my light Night of Navy. I like to mostly fill it in. Now you can always come back afterwards and add more. This is my dark Blackberry Bliss. Just easier to go along the side. A lot of times I don't do the side, but I thought for video purposes it would be easier, especially if I didn't have to come back again. Now I'm just taking a dish, doesn't matter the size. You can use a cup, a little tiny dish that you serve dessert in or anything like that. Now this is 99% alcohol, and I put that in there. I can always add more, and I've got a brush. Now this is just, and I'm just gonna, you can pat it, you can brush it out. You can go like that. It's totally up to you what you want to do. You find what you like to do and then do it. And if you want to add so that it moves more, then you add more of the alcohol. See, with the more, there's more movement, and you can get it so that it, see how it moves? And you can get the streaks in it. Isn't that cool? See, up here it's already dried. So I'm going to bring some more up. Isn't that cool? I love the look of this. And then when you've got it where you want it, you can take the extra alcohol off of it and just dab it, and then do more. And once this dries, see, in here does not look like there's much, but now that it's starting to dry, it's coming out. I like lines, and see this, I love the look of the line. It doesn't take too long. See how pretty that is already up there? For the technique that we're going to be doing today, I am going to, once this dries, then I'm going to be putting a glue pen on it, letting it dry, and then going over it with my gilded leafing. Now, see, it's fairly dry over here, so what I can do is come in here and just dab it and see what happens. And if you don't like you can always get rid of them. And remember, this is going behind your card, and you don't see a lot. See the gold gilded leafing on there? Yeah. And once this dry, I will cut it down to the size, because this is just a 1/4 sheet of vellum. The sheets are 8.5 by 11, so this is 6 by 4 1/4. So I will just cut it down, and see how nice that is. I won't be using this one. I have another one already done, and I've already put the glue on it because it has to dry in between that and doing the gilded leafing. But this one will be dry, and then I will show you how I put it on, and I will flip it over and do it on that side. Isn't that pretty? Like, gorgeous. I think I'm going to put more blue in though. See how pretty this is over here, because it's got a little bit more blue. Okay, so then, you can work on this until you get it to be exactly the way you want it. that cool? I personally like a lot of these lines because I will follow the lines and I will put my gold leafing on there, the gilded leafing. So there we go. I'm going to leave it at that, and then I will clean up here and I will be right back. Right, go. This is the exact, I haven't cut it down, I haven't done any of that. I just cleaned up a little bit, and now I'm going to take my Quickly glue pen and I'm going to just put the glue on here. And you can put as much or as little as you want, because this will be the gold. If you don't want a lot of gold on here, then don't put much of the glue pen, because the gold leafing will, once this glue pen has dried, it will pick up all, it will stick to the glue that you have put on here. And as I said, I won't be using this one today because it has to dry. So I did one ahead so that we can work with it. So you don't have to watch glue dry. That's such a fun thought of watching glue dry, right? Yeah. So you just do wherever. Like if you look at it and you think, okay, that's not enough, then you go back, because once it's on, it's hard to see. So you have to angle it so you can see where you put it. And the lines do not have to be straight. They can be crooked, they can be straight, they can be circles, just kind of like that. Yeah, it just depends on what you think, and you can always come back and put more on once you've done the gold leafing. If it's not enough, come back and add more. So I'm just going to put this aside and I will let it dry, and then I will bring out, hopefully it's in here. I had it a minute ago. But then again, I do that all the time. There it is. And what I'm doing is I am backing it on white so it just stands out. Because if you put it, you could put it with another color, but it's not going to show up quite the same as it does with white. And that might be what you're looking for, but I want this to stand out on this polished pink background. Doesn't, like, I love this, the look of it. So we will get started, and I will pull out my gilded leafing. And I'm just going to put it on with my fingers. See how it picks up those glue lines? And like I said, if this isn't not enough when the first time you do it, you can always go back and do more. There's no reason why you can't keep adding till you're satisfied with the way it looks. Just remember that this is going to go underneath something else, and that something is going to be on top of it. So it just depends on what you want it to look like. There, isn't that cool? And don't breathe hard and don't laugh because there it goes. Like that. See how pretty that is? Now I'm going to very gently, usually I work with another mat underneath of it so that I can just, like a printer weight paper or something like that, so I can just get rid of it. I forgot to bring down my paperweight paper or printer paper. So there we go, and then we're going to put it on here. See how pretty that is? Now for some this might be too much gold. Don't put as much on. If this isn't enough, put more on. But you will see once I get everything on here that it should look pretty nice. So what I'm using is the Artistically inked. I use this big one. This one, I did one of these, two of these, one of these, and I did this twice. This is one full strength and once stamped off once. So I just went stamp, stamp, and it was done. And I did this leaf 3 times, and then I cut 1 in half. And I used this gorgeous leaf here, and I did that in gold foil. And then I used this one, this one, this one, that one, and that one to cut out my flowers and leaves. And oh no, I didn't use, oh, the butterfly. I used the butterfly from here. This is the one I was looking for. And I used Happy Birthday from here. So let's get going. And I took my flowers, and you need like a mouse or a sponge of some kind, and you just try to go circles all the way around it, or you can come out straight like this, whatever you want to do, just so that it curls and gets some dimension. And then I've done this one and basically started, and this one. Now these little ones, you could take them in your palm of your hand and do it if you want, but I have this out, so it's just easier for me to do it that way. And there's that gorgeous leaf. And now these, get them out of here. Yeah, I can't even. And what I did is I took my tweezers. Do I have my tweezers? There they are. Yeah. And I went down in here, and then I just twisted it. And I did that to all my leaves. Because they're big leaves, I went down part way so that they have dimension. And when I cut them apart, this one and this one, I flattened the end so I knew which way it went, because sometimes it's hard to tell. Now I'll put that down, and I will get out these. Oopsie. Oh, I just dropped one. There it is. Oh my word, hard to get. Pick it up twice, drop it several times. See how easy that is, especially with the small flowers. So there's 6 small ones. 3 that have been stamped full strength, and 3 that are the next generation. And that should be it. And this is for the inside and the envelope when I stamp that. So I have just put dimensionals on the back of these so that I can put them together. And you kind of figure out which way you want the flower going, and then just put it together. There we go. Just like that. And these are done. Hopefully I can. Now what I did is I took my silicone mat and I got out my sponge, my dirty crappy sponge. Oh, come on. Okay. Always keep a pin handy. Whoops. I'm getting low on glue. I'll need to get out a new glue soon. So I am just spreading this around so that it goes all over. Whoops. And then I'm taking my I'm going to go on here and cover it. And this, then you can't see where the glue is. Vellum, you can see right straight through, and a lot of people just don't attach it because it you see the glue, but you cannot see this if you do it this way. And then you can attach it right to your white or whatever cardstock that you want. And get it lined up. There. See, you cannot see the glue underneath there. I love that part. So we're going to do this. We can do it the same way. I think I'm just going to do this, but you can do the exact same thing with it as I just did with the vellum. But this, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it. So how's everybody doing today? Did you have a good day yesterday? It was kind of nice, and then it started raining. So I was thinking we would have a campfire and do wieners around the campfire. It would have been the first time the kids had a wiener roast this year. But with the rain, it just kind of changed everything. We had barbecued instead. But that's okay. They enjoyed themselves. There we go. Now, we're going to be putting this on over top, and we're just going to put some glue in the center. Just easy to put it in the center, and then you're covering up a lot of these gold, but that's okay. And we're doing the leaves. There we go. Let's bring everything a little bit closer to make it easier. Oops. I try to have them going up, that they're growing up the as you look at them. So you have to turn the flower around to get it to what you want it to look like. Now, these are just put on wherever you deem them that they're supposed to go. And I didn't put two of the same. I put two different, the light and the dark, together. And then these go over. Well, I better put my leaf in before I do that. I got a little girl home from school with a cough. Now all the green leaves are attached. Now I'm going to continue with the smaller flowers. Now you can do whatever you want. You do not have to do the way I'm doing it. Just make it to suit you. Okay. There. My pokey tool comes in handy sometimes. There we go. Now, I have the ephemera pack, the Expressions and Ink ephemera pack, and it comes with these sequins. They're an iridescent sequin, and you get a few sheets. They're white on one side and gold on the other. So I use this one here, I use that one there, and I use this one and cut it up, and use this one and cut it up. And I'm just gonna stick this out of the way. So oh, I got some glue on my finger. So I took this and I glued the end, and then I put it in here, and it just adds that much more the sparkle. I love the sparkle. Scissors, there we go. Pokey tool. I used these I thought these were just awesome for sticking out here. Sorry, I'm getting in your way.
Just like that. Doesn't that look nice, just sticking out there? And this I cut. And I'm doing the same thing. And I'm putting it coming out here. There we go. Oops. There. So then I took my ribbon and my fork and I did a double bow. Now I don't know how much I used, but I put it around and put it around. And then I brought it up through the center, came around, and then I tied it at the back. Does that make sense? Instead of just doing it the one time, I wrapped it around another time. Just really easy. Now the only time you're going to have a little bit more of a challenge with this is separating those bows. Now get my scissors. So what I did, yeah, there we go, is I took my glue dots and I spread them out so that you could see like that. And I put a glue dot right in the middle of it so that it would be holding it. And you can always put more than one glue dot on each side if you need it. Like that. Now I'm going to take another glue dot and hopefully that will hold it. And whoopsie, I colored my butterfly in the Highland Heather, the dark and the light, and I covered it in Stella. Now you probably can't see it, but it's there. I will do it again and maybe you can, it will be shown a little bit more. I must be need a new Stella pen. It's getting low. Yeah, you can hear it. I wonder if this one is, I try to keep two because they run out. And you never know when they're going to do that. There. So So I'm bending it, and I'm taking my glue dot and I'm rolling it. Like that. And then I'm just going to put it on the body. And then I will attach it to my flowers. What do you think? Now I'm going to add this small leaf. Whoa. I want this small leaf up here to show. And going to take this one and bring it over here. What do you think? Looks pretty, very pretty. So now I'm going to attach it. Then I think I'm going to clean up my surface, my desk, so that I can finish it. It just has a tiny pink border around the edge. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? The colors are just so stunning. Right there. I lose it so easily. I think the polished and pink and the night of navy together are so beautiful. So got to do my envelope. Let's clean up a little bit. Put stuff away. Makes working so much easier. Now I'm going to put these embellishments. You have to see these in the right light. There. Now I'm going to, bring in my paper, and I'm going to put this away because, yeah, I need that out of the way. And I need, now I'm going to do gold embossing for my happy birthday. Yep. Now I'm taking my gold embossing powder. See how pretty that looks? Now I'm going to close this up, and then we're put it away, because otherwise you're asking for a mess to happen. And I'm getting out my heat gun. Now always aim across your paper, and if you do this, it's going to take forever. So what I do is I like to get my heat gun heated up and then just aim it across so that the heat is going across the whole thing, and you're not going like that because you can burn your paper and you don't want that. And see how nicely that it started up here in the happy and it did the whole thing. Isn't that pretty? I really like this happy birthday. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut it out, and I think I am going to cut it out separately and show you what it looks like with two pieces. And I'm going to put that there. Oops, I think I need to cut that a little bit more compared to, because there's not a lot of space in between the happy and the birthday. So I have to cut it fairly close. Now this takes a little bit of time. Just make sure that you're going in and out of every little dip. You don't have to go far. You just have to go down in there a little ways and then turn. And when you're doing fussy cutting, you're always turning your paper. I never turn my scissors. It's always the paper that's going. I keep the scissors straight, and I'm just closing them and opening them. But my right hand, well, it'd be your left hand, but the hand that's not cutting is doing all the work and bringing it around. See, this hand is doing it all. And like I said, it's going to take a couple minutes. I should have done it beforehand, but I didn't. It's been a busy little bit here. We had Dominic's birthday was on Sunday, so we went to a play world or something like that in London. Oh my goodness, they had so much fun. It was awesome for little ones. Now, once you're getting a little bit bigger, like 8, 9, it probably wouldn't be so much fun. But for the little ones, oh, they had such a good time. Even Jacob at 7 had a really great time, and Wesley kept saying that he had so much fun afterwards. He was talking to Mommy and Daddy and saying he had so much fun there. So I think we're going to go back for Saphira's birthday. And I bought the kids popcorn so that they would have something to eat from Mama and Papa. Is the two that are with us all the time, they get treated, but the other two don't get treated very often. So it's like, I want to treat them too. They're very special. There we go. So it didn't take too long, but look at the effect that does. It is very pretty. So I'm just going to curl it the opposite way, and I'm going to take my glue and I will apply it very cautiously because I don't want it sticking out. And today's my sister-in-law's birthday, so we're going to go out for supper. And I've got the cake made so that we'll go back to their place for dessert. Have to buy the ice cream yet, but we'll buy that once we get to London. Well, after we eat, obviously, because it'll melt. There. That's... Isn't that pretty? Now, I took pearls, these little itty bitty pearls. I still haven't found my take your pick tool. And I'm just putting these little itty bitty ones in the center of the small flowers. So I'm using 6 of these itty bitties. Well, I'm like, there is another one. Where did it go? I almost covered it up with my butterfly. So move the butterfly over a little bit so it is seen. So what do you think? Now I'm going to do the center. Oh, that was not smart. Okay, now I'm taking my polish pink and I am stamping off once. There we go. And where did I put that? Lovely, Cheryl, you had it. There it is. Like this, and I'm doing the little ones. Ugh, can't even grab a hold of it. And oh, the leaves. I did the leaves first, just make it easier. There we go. Get rid of the green so I don't get into that. Get this out of the way. So now I'm just going to do the now I'm switching sides and doing the little ones, and then doing the little one down there. And yep, I put it away. Get out my Put my purple away. Now I'm doing full strength for the center of the flower. Right like that. Isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to do the envelope. There we go. Might just as well do this one while it's out here, because I didn't do it before. Honestly, my fingers don't pick things up sometimes. There we go. Now this is the little leaf that I'm doing. With the other, I use the larger 2 leaves together. Put my green away, get out my Highland Heather. And there they are. There. Now let's there it is. Thinking, what in the world did I do with my inside? There we go. There we go. So what do you think? This is this one, and this is this one. This one was done in Highland Heather, polished pink. This is Highland Heather and a Night of Navy. This is a polished pink ribbon. And it is the old olive green, the same. And this one is polished pink, Night of Navy. And then this is polished pink, and these are Highland Heather. So which one do you like the best? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Do you like the pink, or do you like the Highland Heather? They're both very pretty. And they both have the different color here to match the flowers here. And this background is a lot lighter. You will find every time you do the vellum blend and alcohol technique, you will get a different look on your vellum, because this one is so much lighter than this one. But like, they're both gorgeous in their own way. Like, just like, it is a stunning technique. I love this marble look. And then with the gilded leafing, like, just stunning. I love it. Thank you so much for being here and joining me as I make these beautiful cards for my family. I hope you have a wonderful evening, afternoon, whatever it is, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Thank you for being a part of my life. If you could like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to build my channel, and that would be awesome. I would really appreciate it if you would share it and then people subscribe. Thank you again for being here, and you have a wonderful day. Bye now.